Greetings, my fellow book readers. My name is Norsahira Hamdan, student of Essence Michael from Sandakan, Sabah. Here I am today to talk about 5 books that I absolutely find appealing. Without any further ado, let's just jump right into the first book. The School for Good and Evil. The School for Good and Evil is a book series written by Soman Chainani, and this is the first book from the series. The story follows the adventures of Sophie and Agatha at an enchanted institution, where the students are trained to either become fairy tale heroes or wicked villains respectively. Hence the title, The School for Good and Evil. The story part subtly represents how the world is in reality. Sophie, known for her narcissistic personality, and Agatha, who is selfless and docile, believe that their disposition is completely opposite of their true self. Even the author himself stated that good and evil, truth and lies, they mix in the world undeniably. Both sides claim to be good, both sides claim to be telling the truth. Moving on, the second book is called 365 Stories and Rhymes. Indeed, it is a book made particularly for kids, but don't judge a book by its cover. As the name suggests, it has a fair amount of stories. Each have their own moral values that I personally think is very much needed to be practiced in today's society. And one of the stories is about the town mouse and the country mouse. It tells us about 2 mice. One lives in the town and one lives in the country. One day, the town mouse visited the country mouse residence, but in the end, he did not like it there. And the same goes for the country mouse when he visited the town mouse home. Eventually, both of them respected each other's decision and went on their separate ways, living happily ever after in their own respective way. This taught me how to respect other people's opinion, but at the same time to stand up for my own point of view. Next, we got My Monologues, written by Carissa Ong, a fellow Malaysian. Jungkook girl. Reading this book made me feel as I'm riding a roller coaster of emotions. It portrayed too much emotions and unwanted feelings to the point that you can't help but feel the pain in your heart. The poems made me aware that being too attached to something could destroy you. This book tackles on loving yourself. The fact that we could find love and happiness not on someone else but within ourselves. The content might look simple, but it was a collection filled with feelings and raw emotions. All I could say is, this book is an incredible piece of honest artwork. The fourth book is the novel Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, written by the infamous British author Rotha. Darkly sarcastic, I would say, however very entertaining. The first 4 of the lucky children had quite rotten personalities. Accordingly, they are rejected from the factory in painful fashions. Even so, Charlie Bucket, the unsuspecting hero of the book, defies all odds in claiming the 5th and final golden ticket. Obviously, this book taught me that best things in life are worth waiting for. Trust the process. Unlike the other children, Charlie shows patience and takes time to enjoy touring the workers' factory. He does not just focus on his own want and whims. The 5th and last but not least book, my all-time favorite, Harry Potter series. Specifically, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I was truly immersed reading this, how the suspense unveiled one by one, each contained shocking truth, although some of them not actually true. It breeds a sense of mystery, fear of the supernatural, in other words, magic. The moral lesson of this particular book is not to judge someone by first thoughts. A great example was shown by Harry. The boy who lived was ready to do serious in when he found out that his own godfather sold out his parents to Voldemort, before learning that it was actually Pettigrew who rented on the Potters. Furthermore, it tells us about stigma attached to certain people and the difficulty they face. Remus John Lupin was such a kind man and was the best defense against dark arts teacher Hogwarts ever hired. And despite all that, he had lived a life hating himself because of his alter ego. In addition, Snape and Sirius prove how bygones can't always be bygones. Snape hated Sirius mainly for bullying him. He hated Sirius before Lily Evans was ever in any sort of danger from the Dark Lord, and continued to hate him even after those years when Sirius was proved to be innocent. Well, not everyone can be forgiving, right? That's it for the review today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you guys enjoyed my sharing. And I'm ending this review with a quote from a well-known author, Dr. Seuss. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened.